Hey runner, let's talk about how do you know whether your glutes are working on your run or not? I hear this a lot. There's a lot of confusion, and runners are trying to change the way they run in order to feel something, but they don't know what they're supposed to be feeling. Let's break it down. It doesn't have to be that confusing. I'd love to be able to give you a straight answer as to whether your glutes are working or they're not working during your run. But the answer to this is a shade of gray. The good news is, if you stick around, I have a test that you can do at home. It takes 5 seconds once you know how to do it. I have a test for you that you can do before your run and after your run to help you figure out, is your body using your glutes effectively? Are they staying on while you're running? I use this test in the clinic with my runners, with my patients, on myself. And it's not so long ago, I would consistently fail my own test, but it gets better. All right. So, how do you know whether your glutes are working or not when you are running? Let me give it to you straight. If you are walking, if you can get up from a chair, if you are walking up and down stairs, your glutes are engaged and they're working because what your glutes and hamstrings do is they pull your leg backwards into hip extension. Okay, so if you were ever walking up a flight of stairs, I promise your glutes and hamstrings are engaged to get you up the stairs. Now, what happens that makes runners think that maybe their glutes aren't working so well during their run is after so many miles, your glutes fatigue, just your whole body fatigues, right? And your body is smart and it will always find a way to take the path of least resistance. And this is exactly what happens when your glutes shut off or don't work or don't turn on while you run. They might be engaged at the very beginning, right? Because you had to walk out the door, maybe you had to get out of your car. You had to do something to start running, all right? But after so many miles, your body sees your glute and your hamstrings as big energy consumers. And your body is smart. Not your body, my body too. Our bodies are smart, but they could be a little lazy. And if they can shut down or turn down the volume on a specific large muscle group that consumes a lot of energy, it will try to do that to be more efficient. Now, that backfires because it ends up being not as efficient when it comes to biomechanics and the long term kind of stuff. Our bodies will hold on to this not so great, maybe even bad biomechanic habit because it saw it as a way to be efficient. It stuck around, it decided to implement it. And now, unfortunately, that pattern has become a habit that your body uses continuously. But because it made one bad habit, that means you can also reteach your body how to make a good habit. And this is where this test and exercise and retest formula come into play. And I'm going to show you the test you can do right now, even to determine, are my glutes primed, ready, activated to run, or do I need a little activation exercise help? And then retest again to see, did that exercise actually do what it needs to do? Okay, let's hop in. All right, let's walk you through the test that you're going to use before your next run, or you're even going to try with me. The test is pretty simple. If you need a little extra padding on your knees, because you're going to be on your knees, go grab a yoga mat, a blanket, something to make it more comfortable. All you're going to do, bring one leg up, and then you bring, ooh, see how I'm falling over already? I'm showing you, I'm giving you a preview. You're going to bring this leg in front of the opposite knee. This heel is in line with this knee, and everything is just pretty much at a 90-degree angle. Now make sure your toes are flat in the back because as runners, we overuse our feet, and it's a lot easier. It's usually a lot easier to hold this position with your toes up. It's a lot more challenging with your toes down. And then when you're just starting this test, see how I fell over already? You don't want to do that. Ideally, what you're looking for is the ability to hold this test solid and steady, and then you switch to the opposite side. Same thing, heel is in front of your knee, toes are flat. I like to standardize the test, keep your arms crossed over your chest. If you're getting really advanced, you can add running arms, because what I want you to start to see is how it looks like running on my knees, right? And can you actually see how I'm much steadier? Oh, I'm much steadier on my right leg today. That's new. So usually, like when I first demonstrated, usually it's a lot easier for me to be on my left leg, the leg that is down. That is the glute that you are using to hold you upright, okay? And it is perfectly normal to be a little wobblier on one side than the other. So if I was going to go for a run today, today's a recovery day. If I was going to go for a run today, I would need to make sure to do a couple or maybe just one glute activating corrective exercise. And then I would go back to this test, and what I would look for is this now easier on the side that was harder? Am I equal on both sides? Meaning I'm no longer wobbly. I feel very strong and stable here. There's going to be a little balance challenge because it is a challenging balance position. But what I want you to feel for is it feels equal and you feel steady. The reason this test is so specific to runners is one, it looks like running, especially when I add running arms. I'm taking my feet out of the equation for the most part. And by doing that, see? And by doing that, I'm forcing my body to rely on this left glute and this left hamstring. And for some reason today, they are not firing, right? And so what this does is it challenges your body. Hey, can we hold ourselves in a single leg position? Because that's what you do when you're running. I want you to be able to take that information and apply it to yourself and see and feel how your body is responding. Let's jump to the exercise you can do now. One of the exercises you can do to improve that test I just showed you, I also want this exercise to look like running, which it's going to. You're going to start in this elongated running position. I'm showing you here because I'm going to end up scooting backwards to actually perform the rest of the exercise. But I want you to push into the wall. When you do this, you are going to feel some more core contraction. You want to leave? So you're going to push into the wall. And this is technically enough because you're going to add these little back leg kicks. Okay, you're going to lose some of that wall push, lose some of that pushing into the wall. But you're going to pump this back leg, and you're going to feel both butt cheeks working for you to keep you upright. So if I switch sides, now it's going to look like that. Okay, and ideally you're looking up into the wall because we don't run like this. We run looking ahead of where we're going, right? So when it comes to reps and sets, honestly, doing this 3 times at each side just till you get tired, that's plenty. If you find this is pretty easy for you and you want an extra challenge, what you do is you take this arm back, the arm that's on the same side as the bent leg, this arm will come back because now it looks like I'm sprinting into the wall, right? Repeat that on the other side. The leg that is forward, you bring that arm back like you're running, and you do more of the glute kicks. And you don't want to be wobbling all over the place with this exercise. You want to stay strong and stable. All right, Running Kid fam, if you want to learn even more about this, I have all this in more detail in my blog post. I will link that down below so you can go check that out. If you're looking for specific glute exercises you can use, I also have a free guide that I'll link down in the description box below. I'm so glad you hung out with me today. If you want to come follow me on Instagram at Dr. Whitfit, that would be fantastic. I would love to see you there. And so we get to hang out more on YouTube. Please subscribe so you don't miss another video. And I can't wait to see you in the next one. Dare to train differently. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Okay, don't break my desk. You don't want to say hi to the people? I thought you loved the people. You don't? Okay, bye. Meow, you want to be in the video? You want to be in the video, Meow? Come here. Okay, you're going to start in this elongated running position. Do you want to help, Meow? Do you want to help the people? You want to help the runners? No? Okay.